Good morning, it's Jonathan Barrett with the morning debrief. It's 1st of April, whole new month, and obviously March right behind us. April, let's see what happens. It's going to be quite interesting. There's quite a few things out there in the market which are actually playing out, and I think one of the key things for this month is really looking at how QE2 continues to unfold in the States. Tonight we have unemployment data in the US, and it's expected to be a good number. The question we've got to ask ourselves is whether or not the market's already factored that in, and in fact, will it be a very good number? Also, we've got some other types of manufacturing numbers too, and that should help us along in terms of our feelings. But the interesting thing is the market came off last night. That was a little bit of a concern for me. That was just towards the close. Anyway, let's get into a few things, and I guess the most important thing here is, let's just grab that there, just a little bit of an overview as to what happened last night in the States. I guess the key for me is that the market came under pressure just towards the close, and there we go. The market came just under pressure towards the close. There we are, just coming across now. Down 30 points, 12,319. S&P was down 2.43. Nasdaq was up though. Our local market was up fractionally 2 points as well, so that was a little bit more encouraging. Looking around the world, and I think this is where it's interesting because there are concerns obviously in Europe, and a little bit of a flip there with the indices. The top 50 was down 25, the FTSE off 39, the CAC was off 35, and the DAX was down 15. Obviously more concerns there. The price of crude went up again, and I think people are suggesting that will act as a handbrake on recovery and at the end of the day on profits for companies, hence the sales we've got there. As I said, local market there was up 2 points. Okay, looking at across, and as we mentioned, crude, this is the hourly chart of crude. This is pretty constructive stuff, by the way. When you tend to look at these sorts of things, and you can see that it does look, as if it's ready to take out that top side. These old highs we've had 106.87 there, 107, 106, 70. All these areas are very important. I would not be surprised to see an attempt through to 110. Certainly in the next trading session. It will be critical as to what the unemployment data has. Remember, we are in a situation of continual tight supply, so any concern on supply will have the effect of ratcheting prices higher. So keep an eye on that. There's a bit of a breakout opportunity there, but we're going to be subject to a lot of volatility tonight, so keep a close eye on that. That's crude. Also gold, I think it's natural that gold sort of flowed with it. Gold at 1432.2 had a high of 1440. It's 1432, but it had a high there of 1440 last night, and it's behaving in a way that it's right at the top end. And let's really see whether or not it's got that ability to really push through and trade a new ranges. It does look like a ranging style of market, which is different to the crude market. Okay, more ranging type of trading here as opposed to crude, which still sets itself up perhaps for a little bit more of a trend to the top side. Okay, that's crude there, that's gold. Now we did have a USDA report last night. As a result of that, we had some very strong moves in the grains. And I think to me that is quite positive because that's something we've been looking at for some time. And have a look at this wheat chart. And wheat and soy are the keys here. We mentioned in our reports yesterday that they're the ones to go for, and it's actually panned out to our favour. So I'm quite happy about that. And look at that move. Look at that movement there. Just passing. See this? These are the types of moves I love. They just see it. They break. This is obviously gapped open on what's occurred, but it's holding on to those. So if anything, there it's quite positive, and I'd like to see that continuing. A measured move. If you take a measured move from that low here of 650 up to there, then you should be looking at about 800. So that to me is a good trade. Soybeans, another one. Different type of consolidation and technical pattern, but all the same, it just still looks exactly for that breakout. And it's just loading. And you'll be able to see it. It actually looks quite good. Just coming up. I expect this trend for grains to continue, And there you have it there, another movement on that USDA report last night. Look, great move, happy for it. That to continue to happen. But as I've said, I do favour the soya and wheat markets, over corn. Although corn did have a very strong move last night as well, which was quite good. And there we are. There's that movement on the soybean. I'll try and get that weekly, that daily wheat back up so you can have another bit of a look at it. And you can see that we're at these areas where there's still a lot more to go. Okay, there we go. That's that start of that move. And as you can see, up she goes. So anyway, let's see what happens from that front. Grain's certainly looking okay. We've mentioned that. The dollar index, very steady, 76.27, quite volatile night. But as you can see, it's still actually holding up quite nicely around these lows. So I think there will be some movement to the top side soon. I'm not quite sure when, though. Okay, local market, 48.64. I mean, in fact, let's have a look at the Dow first, because I think that to me is, look, it's just a Friday. It's unemployment data in the States. Let's see what happens. She's going to be volatile. Going to be a volatile session, but let's see if we can get some inkling through the charts as to what could occur. And to me, that come on, let's see what happens. It's taking a little bit of time to download. I think that's because I think we're a bit slow this morning on our internet. If it doesn't come up soon, then I'll just pass it and we'll go on to something else. Okay, just stay with us. Okay, well we'll just leave that a little bit at the moment until it comes up. Now, in terms of other markets, the economics, basically tonight we've got the big numbers here. They are the US numbers, and changing non-farm payrolls, private and manufacturing, all expected to be good numbers, all positive. Unemployment rate steady at 8.9. The market wants to see an 8.8, 8.7. Let's see if they can get it. Average earnings, slight increases there. You can also see average hourlies up a bit. Construction spending up a little bit, sorry. And the ISM manufacturing there just off a little bit. Nothing too major there. Vehicles, domestic car sales are relatively steady, but just off a fraction when you look at those. So I guess if anything, it's going to be a volatile night. There's no doubt about it. The positions that we do have, we had that very small gold position on, which I'm sort of not happy. We got stopped out. There's no doubt about it. Small loss, so I'm not too worried about it. Certainly made up in terms of how we're going with the dollar yen, which is good, and that move in the grains has certainly helped us along. So very comfortable about what's happening there. Let's see with gold test at 1440. Have a quick look at crude also, because that looks like another one of these moves that looks more conciliatory to the top side. So that could be quite interesting. But apart from that, I think it's going to be all eyes to the unemployment tonight. Let's see how the market operates, but should be an interesting read, and gives a bit of sense as to where the US economy is actually going and where the Ben's QE2 is actually getting traction in the economy. Well, that's about it from me. I hope everyone has a great day, and we'll certainly talk to you later. Bye for now.